welcome to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. And today's topic is all about the person on your mind and what would they say to you if they could be 100% honest with you about their feelings. So maybe this is a no context situation, or this person is just really shy and they have a hard time articulating their feelings. But what would they say if they could be 100% honest? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Union of Hearts. Pile number 2 with Be Supportive. And pile number 3 with the Romance card. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there could be messages waiting. And of course, my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into pile number 1 today. Again, pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3, the person on your mind, if they could be 100% honest with you, what would they say about their feelings? How do they truly feel? Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Hello, pile 1, you were drawn to the Union of Hearts, and this is your reading. What would the person on your mind say to you if they could be 100% honest? This card says a love connection that defies explanation. And you can see that it's a beautiful couple that are kind of growing out of the earth in their own root systems and coming together in this beautiful, union, this beautiful hug. So this could be the desire that they have to actually move this connection into union. Perhaps there are challenges there. So a love that defies explanation, the Union of Hearts. What would they say if they could be 100% honest with you at this moment? Pile number 1. We have the Knight of Wands. This isn't going to resonate with everyone, but I'm hearing a really deep voice, like someone with a very, very unique, deep, deep voice. We have the Six of Swords. I heard the term, take the leap now, don't crawl back and hide. And this person is very anxious to get this message across. Like they're feeling really restless about this whole situation. Here we have the Nine of Wands, and they are claiming that they've been holding back. They're referencing to me the Never-Ending Story, that movie, The Never-Ending Story. And they're referencing like saying your name, like literally saying your name. Here's the King of Wands. Here's the Knight of Cups. Here's the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. This person's kind of intimidated to get this off their chest because they're afraid of how they're going to be received by you. They're afraid that maybe you're not on the same page as them, or that you're out of their league in some way. And that could have been what stopped them from expressing what they really want to express up to this point, is that they're almost convinced that you are too good for them, or that you're not going to want to proceed once they express how they truly feel, because they have been holding back. And it's like they want a graduation. They want to graduate from this Knight of Wands into this King of Wands. Here we have the Knight of Cups. They're highlighting being a gentleman. You know, it's not all about the physical, but there is some physical things that they want to get off their chest, for instance. They say that they've been sitting, it's like maybe they've always acted like a gentleman around you. And they're using the term gentleman. It has nothing to do with gender, has everything to do with energy. So please, as it resonates with you, Spirit says to take the messages as they resonate. But they're saying that this is not how they've wanted to act. They haven't wanted to be suppressed. They haven't wanted to keep themselves hidden from you. They're getting restless about this. Here's the Six of Cups. There's a lot of nostalgia with this person. This could be somebody from your past or someone that you came of age with as well. They're really showing me high school for someone watching too. And this person has it almost feels like a crush. They've been, again, keeping all of their desires kind of at the bottom of that well. And they have a lot of regrets about not expressing clarity to you sooner. Like they want to get things off their chest. They want to clarify everything. Even if it just means closure for them, they're like, I have to say what I have to say, so that I can heal from it, so I can just move forward. And it's been a long time coming. They're showing me now the Temperance. And they're not blaming or outsourcing. They are saying, this is on me. It's like, I didn't speak up when I should have. Maybe when we were friends, maybe in the past. I wanted to tell you how inspired you made me. I want to tell you how beautiful I thought you were. I want to tell you how much I really wanted to perhaps move from friendship into something more. But I ran out of time, is what I'm hearing too. And I just keep hearing, that's on me. That's on me. Because they still want to bring forward this message in like a romantic way. Almost. It's because, again, it's about union. It can even be about physical union, if you know what I mean. But it's also something emotional that's tapped in here. The Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, these are very emotional energies that come through. There's a vulnerability there. This person genuinely cares about you. And it almost feels like a crush, like they had a crush. Here's the Queen of Swords. A lot of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini coming in for the Divine Feminine. And it's like they were waiting or have been waiting for you to say something and you haven't said anything. That gives them the impression that maybe you're not on the same page, but they're getting too, it's like, I'm getting too restless to wait for you. It's like, I thought maybe you would come forward to express something to me, and now I have to be open and honest about what I want. And they're even saying because they've been holding on so long, it doesn't make sense to them. That's why this card says a love connection that defies explanation. They know that they should have been able to shake this feeling. And they've been able to shake this feeling with other people. So why can't they shake it with you? That's the question that they ask themselves. But it's because they've created such a habit of fantasizing about this connection. It's like a very specific image in their mind that they hold here. And it's like they're teetering. It's like they're talking here about teetering between friendship. You can see that there's Three of Cups on one side, Three of Cups on the other side, and this person's trying to create a balancing act wearing a mask. And that's what they want to be honest about, is that I was always wearing a mask. I always wanted to say something, but I didn't want to disrupt our friendship. You'll notice that these Three Cups on the other side, they look like they could topple over at any moment. So that's why they took too long to sort it out. And they are bringing forward like school. For some, it could have been a private school. And I also just heard I didn't know any better, like the follies of youth. Because here's the Lovers. And look, two very different decks, but we have this union of hearts, the love connection that defies explanation, of these energies that are intertwined. And now we have the Lovers with these vines curling around. One of the vines reaches up and is a sunflower, which is bringing in a lot of clarity. So they want to express how they truly feel so that you give them the opportunity, or you tell them how you were truly feeling as well. They're seeking that information. And ultimately, they would not be, here's the Fool, they would not be adverse to you taking charge or to you wanting this to progress, even if they're calling it closure and that's where it has to end for them. They would not be adverse to you taking the lead here after the fact. But they feel like it's time for them to be bold and take charge. And the thing is that some things haven't changed for them. Like, they still suffer from insecurity. They still don't know if they have enough to offer you in the moment, but they are so restless. They want to get this done. It's like, I know that somebody has to take charge, and I don't think it's going to be you. So they're planning on increasing their efforts if they want to achieve some type of goal. They do feel like they've grown up. Because they're, not only do they want to get something off their chest, but they also want to have that feedback coming back from you. But truthfully, Spirit just came forward saying, you know, curing this curiosity is not going to cure the flame. It's not going to dismiss it. We have romance is in the air. But there's thorns all over the rose stem as well. So when it comes to this romance, when it comes to their potential, their desire for romance here, they've kind of been holding on to those thorns. We have here financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Whenever I see the dolphin, I think of friendship. So they're highlighting like a really impressive laugh, or a really high-pitched laugh or something too, a unique one. But they're also speaking about gains because of something we established back in the past. Here with the Six of Cups, this could be a past energy. We have here, you need to defend yourself, and that's what they did up to a certain point, is that they defended themselves against the reality, the truth. And they just kind of shot themselves in the foot, is what I'm hearing. And this has been a long journey. It says either physical or mental, that left them a little wiser in the end. It really highlighted their fear of loss, this fear of losing you. It's like it was their fear of rejection was being highlighted in the past, and now they have this fear of never getting it off of their chest. Back of the deck does say beware of greed, because they don't want to come in at any point to disrupt you. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. Oftentimes she's pretty secure in her life, in herself, and what she's built. They may have privy knowledge about what you have built. There could be, again, the Lovers can speak to relationship cycles that could be present. So if that is the case, they're very anxious about causing disruption. They know that it may be selfish for them to have to come forward to express themselves in this way. But it's like they can't help it. They're feeling too restless. It's like they've burnt out because of this energy. We have Yin. And we have chaos and conflict. There is a message for someone watching that they do think coming forward at this moment in time could cause disruption for the Divine Feminine. We have this Divine Feminine being shown by the Yin card of this beautiful chalice just open to receive. But we have regeneration. I don't think they want to cause chaos and conflict, but they do have an interest in, I almost said regurgitating the past, but they almost have an interest in revisiting it. In revisiting the past, even if it might cause a little bit of chaos and conflict for you. What would they say if they were 100% honest, please, with pile number 1? I've been doing spell work on you. I heard I put a spell on you and now you're mine. Some people don't want to see us together, but I don't care. I think they care. Oh, I reminisce a lot about the times I've spent with you and the sexual thoughts that have run through my mind. And we can't deny we start with the Knight of Wands. I feel like they are almost wanting to use the physical realm as a buffer zone because they have a lot of emotional investment here, and that is risky when they're coming forward with that emotional investment. I want to reconcile with you. Coming out here with, even though we're not together, I can't see myself letting you go. I do want us to be in a relationship. But even in the past, this whole twin flame stuff scares me. I feel like it still scares this person. Let's get 3 more so we have balance here. What would they say if they could be 100% honest? And that's the crux of the message, I feel, is I want to be in this relationship. This whole twin flame stuff scares me. We have I do talk about you, but it's coming in reverse. I feel like they don't feel like they can talk about you in the moment or at the moment. I've been dreaming of you. Back of the deck we have, oh yeah, I held back and I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. I feel like a rejection from you at this point, I think it would derail their healing cycle, truly. Not that that's a requirement, Spirit says, for you, because ultimately it's, you know, your circus, your monkeys to decide what you want to do with them. What would they say if they could be 100% honest? Pile number 1, please. I'm haunted by this connection. They also are claiming that they've changed, they've grown, they've matured. I've been watching your social media, so they could be very much aware of what's going on in your career, in your family cycles, for instance, in your relationships, if you share that online. I am missing you right this second. Ooh. We are not on the same level. I didn't feel like I deserve you. Still to this day, they still feel like you guys are not on the same level at all. They keep presenting themselves as, you know, the knights. We do have the King of Wands here. I'm afraid that I've already lost you. Back of the deck says, but every song I hear is about you. So there's a lot of nostalgia, even I think movies with this person. We're going to ask Spirit now, before I let you go with the charm bowl, whether or not this person is going to come forward with any of these truths, with any of these messages in the 3D. King of Pentacles. Four of Wands, highly triggered by you. We have the death cycle. I just saw the 5, and underneath there's the 5 of Pentacles. I think that there's a lot of practical issues. They're also highlighting motherhood and family as well. Position with the 9 of Pentacles, kind of weighing in the balance and creating a storm of reality, a storm of consequences that could be coming in, which is going to affect the timeline or affect their ability to express. Oopsie. So right now they do not have the confidence. They could be kind of taking a lazy approach, or they feel a little bit depleted in their ability to plan and execute, maybe because they are watching your social media and they are privy to obstacles that could be in place for you. This is going to affect their ability to actually manifest and be able to express all of these truths that they're speaking in honesty today. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 1. If you're new to the channel, I do end each spread with a charm cast. I start with Tiny Tarot, and then I pull from my big bowl of charms. 3 of Swords, a lot of disappointment in themselves, a lot of disappointment overall. I feel like they thought that this would all be temporary. They thought that the feelings, the impressions that you left would be temporary. Again, 3 of Swords can also reference to third party at this moment. They do feel like they've grown in maturity and clarity. It's like they're very clear about what they should have expressed in the past. They may have even kind of narrated it to themselves or spoken it out loud in some way. It's much easier for them to actually think about all of that and to fantasize about you than it is to actually implement that truth. A lot of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini coming through. We have Run. We also have here a Syringe. We have I, and we have the crescent moon representing our intuition. We also have the slow handsaw with the red handle. So this can speak to the tree of life and having something to break down. Again, a period of disconnect perhaps, or no contact between the two of you that existed for a long time. Sagittarius energy, and we do have the pig in the bowl. We saw that pig within your spread. They are talking about, again, be wary of greed, and that's what they're worried about, is looking greedy, because we have it next to a diamond. So somebody whose love life has ascended to higher levels of commitment. But they wish that they could like run away with you. We have Capricorn coming through as well. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading as well. And I do update that shop daily. But I hope you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2, you were drawn to the Be Supportive card. It says, make a genuine effort to show you care. And this is your reading. What would the person on your mind say to you if they could be 100% honest with you? Now, this card, Be Supportive, it says, make a genuine effort to show you care. So this person may have felt like they have physically done things to try to let you in on their truth. Maybe they have an insecurity about expressing themselves completely fully, but they do feel like they've tried to give you signs and symbols, or they may be trying to give you signs and symbols about how the depth of their connection or the depth of their feeling for you. But let's take a look here and see, what do they honestly want to say? If they could be 100% honest to pile number 2, please. The 2 of Wands. Eight of Swords. Oh, we've got the 10 of Cups coming in, 6 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. These messages float around in their mind over and over and over again, and they don't know if they can ever express them in true honesty. I feel like you could actually be working with this person or going to school with this person right now. It doesn't feel like it's in disconnect. Here's the Judgment. And I think seeing you, it's like a blessing and a curse, that the amount that they see you or the amount that they're influenced by you, because it just keeps, the desire is always there and it just keeps stinging over and over and over again. But they also don't want to throw the balance off of what's been created, or they don't want to make things awkward. They have a really hard time with this idea of having the capability of expressing themselves in truth, because they feel like they're going on a dangerous path. And they're kind of showing me here at the Two of Wands like somebody robbing a stagecoach, trying to make off with something that doesn't belong to me, like playing a game of Russian roulette with risk if they decided to express themselves. And that's why they've kept themselves hidden, and that's why they've been trying to give you, signs and symbols about how they're truly feeling, by maybe being very kind to you in the work realm and maybe doing things for you. Here we have the King of Pentacles. And it's like this person should know better than to dip into this pool. They could be like a boss or someone who's in a chain of command above you. They also could be in another relationship, if I'm being honest with you, for someone watching. That's not for everyone, but they could also, because it's like they're taking multiple risks when it comes to karmic connections, karmic environments. And they've thought about just blurting it out. Like they've thought about it, even the way that the horse looks back at his rider saying, are you sure you should say that? What are the defenses? Or what's going to happen as a result? And I feel like they have so much they want to express. And it feels like a passionate expression. Here we have the Four of Cups. There's the Two of Pentacles. This person is claiming to have had a certain amount of feelings for you, even over the last couple of years, the last 2 years, potentially. You may have been working with them. Here's the Page of Cups. And I feel they want to say that they're tired of keeping it innocent. Like they're tired of honestly, of being good. It's like, I'm tired of being innocent. I'm tired of being good. It's like I've always been like that. I've always done what was right. They're saying I've always done what was right. I've always towed the line. I've always walked the line. I've always done what everybody expects me to do. And you make me want to step outside of that role, that perspective. They are claiming, again, for some watching, that this opportunity exists in the work realm. And they didn't anticipate that this type of attraction would arise in this environment. And they feel like it's kind of a cosmic joke, or it's like, how fair is that? That I've always been a good person. I've always been a good guy or something. But all of a sudden this inspiration comes up in a place where I can't have it. It's like, it's not fair, or it seems like a cosmic joke. But it's not that it's not possible. It's that it challenges them. It challenged the environment. It challenges perspectives, positions. They're showing this tower underneath that has empowered us. So whatever position that they've attained in life, whether career, family, home, they've accomplished it with effort over time. They're also referencing, a part of them feeling pulled in different directions because they know they should be defending those environments first. But you've given them a new outlook. It's like you've changed things. You really came in and made them realize that the path that they were on, or the path that they always explored, doesn't have to be the path. That they can choose an alternative course. It's not always easy. It perhaps sometimes encourages us to step outside of, logic prisons, mental prisons, situations of our own design. But sometimes that Knight of Swords doesn't know what the consequences will be, and that's what kind of holds them back from the clarity here at the Ten of Cups. I also can't deny, again, Ten of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. This can be work realm energies, but the Ten of Cups can be like a family. And sometimes within the work realm, it's like we feel like a family, or it's a very family-oriented environment. Maybe it's a family business for some as well. There's just a lot of complications. These ribs make me think here of the Eight of Swords. And now they're playing that song by Hosier where he says, I slithered here from Eden just to rest outside your door. the reference to the devil, the reference to temptation, being kicked out of the garden. Here we have the Queen of Wands, a lot of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, a lot of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, perhaps for the Divine Masculine. And here's the Chariot, Cancer energy. Here's the Hanged Man. This person feels so pulled in different directions, so they just sit upon the truth of how they feel. They try to tame the desires that they have in their hearts, but they dream about you and they lose sleep over this situation. It's like they can't help but want in this case. They know that, again, the choices that they make here could weave a new destiny for themselves. And that's why the Ten of Swords, the Four of Cups says, I don't know if I'm capable. I don't know if I'm strong enough. We have the Bull, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. So it's like they're trying to focus on their environment. They're trying to deny themselves, as what I feel. It's like I'm trying to deny myself. It says here, you should accept valid criticism. And they're worried about feedback. They're worried about gossip energies here too. We have protection from negative forces beyond your control. There's a reference to the lily and the rose, about empowerment, thorns amidst the roses, spiritual connection as well. They are saying this could be somebody that like brings you something. It's like whether they bring you a tea or a coffee or something at the beginning of the day. Maybe they do that for other people too, to throw off gossip. But like there's a reason why they do little things for you. And maybe they don't feel profound. Maybe they're just little tiny things, but that's what they're trying to seed the light by doing little things for you, and they will continue to do so. They are intimidated by you here. They feel like something is missing and lacking in their life, like love, money, or goals. And they wonder if you, and there's depletion here. I feel like they have things to be grateful for, but there's a lot of depletion here. There's been a lot of energy, pushed towards this connection. And I think they almost criticize themselves for their desires. They were caught off guard by how they felt for you. We have May. Taurus could be significant. We also have the Apple. Temptation will test you, an emphasis on the work realm or the education realm as well. Let's get some message cards to see. What would they say if they could be 100% honest with pile number 2, please? You've given me mixed signals. There has been perhaps a little bit of flirtation back and forth between the two of you. And there's been maybe some jokes flying around. It says you give me a heart on. I always giggle when I see this card because of the innuendo that it creates. There's emotion wrapped around it, but it's also, this physical sexual innuendo that comes through. So there's been a bit of banter between the two of you. I'm still trying to make sense of all things. I'm ready to fight for this, but we have Tower on the back of the deck. We have here, I'm sitting here adamantly waiting. I couldn't catch you because I fell too. And there could be like implications for both of you if they come forward with their truth. And there could create, again, obstacles, jealousies, a necessity to fight for it. We have unfinished business. Back of the deck says it is easier to fantasize than it is to make it real. On the back of that deck. It's got a couple. Let's get a different deck. What would they say if they could be 100% honest to pile number 2? We're also going to take a look and see if they'll ever come forward with these truths. I have so much more I want to say. It's like an outdated cassette playing over and over and over again. We also have here, I've been going over that day a lot in my mind. So different opportunities that they may have had, again, when it comes to banter or flirtation, they had a doorway, they had a door frame where they could walk into, but perhaps they chose not to. We have here, I wish that I never let go. And I just heard the term that you top all the rest, like when it comes to their perspective of you, you don't pale in in comparison to anyone. I should have been honest from you from the start, or honest with you from the start. And the truth is, I've been shook since I laid eyes upon you, but our situation paralyzes me. And this might be a good time to check and see if this person's going to have the courage or the wherewithal to come forward. Let's take a look here. Are they going to ever express this truth in the 3D to pile number 2? Knight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Here's the, ooh, there's the Tower. If I was being honest, I feel like for some watching, they are going to take a risk, and it could happen in and around July of 2026. They're giving a very specific time frame for someone watching. Again, that feels like there is a lot of time to wait. And we also have the Ten of Pentacles, so commitment cycles or position will still be an issue. You can see it almost looks like a buried treasure chest, so something that I'll have to keep hidden from those environments as well. Otherwise, there's like the Tower. But the Tower also represents epiphanies that come in and things that change everything. So the reckless approach that they take or the opportunity that they take could unlock shifts and changes. Once that Tower starts to tip over, we can't really go back and regather or go back to the beginning again. So Spirit says that there could be communication that comes in. They could take on a really strong impulse and really take that opportunity, but it doesn't feel like it's going to come in for at least, again, they're highlighting July specifically for me, for someone watching, or a year's time for the collective. Here's the Queen of Swords. Here's the Seven of Wands. Now, in some cases, it could be the Divine Feminine that actually charges forward first with that truth. This person is not adverse to you stepping up and leading and taking on the challenge yourself if they feel, again, because there's a delay here, you could get frustrated with that delay and choose to reach out yourself or choose to speak your truth to this person. But they do see this person almost making an impulsive decision to express something to you. And Spirit just lets you know that so that you have all the information you perhaps require to make the best possible decision for yourself in that moment. But let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. 6 of Wands, 4 of Cups, the Sun reverse. So delays and gratification on delays and clarity coming through because of this 4 of Cups. This is somebody who feels apathetic about it, or they feel like they can't do anything to fix it, but they need to develop a new mindset. Right now they're sitting in the 10 of Swords. So this is a temporary condition that we usually sit in. So they may gain confidence and bring forward, after that confidence really implements, bring forward the clarity. I still feel like there's choice associated with this declaration. I feel like there is like energies of being pulled in different directions at that time. But there very well could be a change coming to the stagnation here. We have the chain. Again, this came out, I believe, in pile 1. We have the Capricorn energy and a chain of events that could affect our lives. We have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini for the Divine Masculine. We have the X, and we have the High Priestess coming forward, knowing something that we don't, maybe sitting upon information we know to be true. So you may already kind of know exactly what this person really wants to express, because you could have a parallel in how you feel too. But we do have the slow handsaw, so there's going to be a time frame where we're still in delay. It could also reference things that I have to break down, whether it's perspectives, environments. And we have the Buddha. I always think of the Buddha preparing to see things as they are. So this person could be kind of, honestly, it's like they could blindside you with the truth a little bit, but they could also be in a position where they're trying to accept the truth no matter what comes. Could also require careful handling when they do come forward with their truth. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading. I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Romance card, and this is your reading. What would the person on your mind say to you if they could be 100% honest with you? Now, this card says, lavish the one you love with personal affection and attention. So this could be what they really want to do. Maybe they don't feel like they're capable or able to do it. Maybe they tell you how they feel through their actions. Maybe that's kind of their love language. But let's take a look here. Pile number 3, what would they say if they could be 100% honest with you? We have the Ace of Wands. I feel like they feel under your spell. They are referencing your eyes quite a bit. Could be a very unique color or just expressive eyes. Here's the Six of Wands. And there's a reference to you like always surprising them in some way. And it's like the way that you can transform yourself. It kind of feels like maybe it's in the way that you shift your clothing, your hair, your makeup. I don't know. It's like just something about how you're always surprising them. And that there's like a lot of confidence behind it. 3 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. And they feel so good when they're with you. This 3 of Cups could be emphasizing a really deep friendship that exists here. But this person says that there's a secret that they're keeping. I feel like you could be going to school or working with this person. They're not highlighting the work realm completely, but they are highlighting like, they're showing me an apple, which is my symbol for like education, but also temptation. And they're also saying it's like when you guys are hanging out or if you're friends, for instance, that you know what you're doing. Like there's this reference of like, you know what you're doing, or you know how good you look. You know exactly what you're doing when you pick out your outfits, for instance. And they're not mad about it. It only adds to the fuel of their attraction to you. Here's the Knight of Swords. And I think this person is afraid to express themselves honestly with you because they're just afraid that you won't be on that same page, that you are not as attracted to them. They're afraid that they're going to get rejected. They're also saying that they're not as like sophisticated as you, maybe not as worldly or what they would deem as like intelligent or educated or something. They just don't feel as sophisticated as you are. But they love that about you. Like they love that you are, they're highlighting like being a lady and just being really physically beautiful. They almost think that of you as like magical, to be honest with you. They're bringing forward like a magical element to you, to what you bring forward, to how they feel in your presence. It really is a heavy load for them to bear, to be honest. With this 10 of Wands, it's like they don't care if you lead them to destruction. They're willing to drink the poison, is what I'm hearing. And it's interesting because in a previous spread, they were showing me Hosier's song, Eden, or Out of Eden. Now they're showing me Hosier's song, Take Me to Church. And they're singing that lyric about, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your love. This could be somebody that kind of follows you around a little bit, like a puppy dog energy. Again, highlighting friendship. Here's the 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. On back of deck is the Star, and there's the Emperor. They're also saying that this person could also be a little bit older than you, which they also feel like is something that goes against them. Because they literally, they're utilizing this star energy from Snow White, and they're saying you are the fairest of them all. And they've been wearing a mask, and they have been hiding that truth about how they truly feel about you, that you're the fairest of them all, that they only have eyes for you. Nine of Cups. Oh my goodness, this person has a huge crush on you. They would feel so good. They want you to know that they would feel so good about themselves if you were on their arm. It's like you are this trophy that they're sitting in front of. And they've been, I feel like there's a crush here. And I'm hearing the girl of my dreams. Like, you're the girl of my dreams. And they've been kind of shaken since they met you. Like, this was never, for them, I don't think it was ever a friendship. If it is a friendship now, I don't think it ever was. This person is not necessarily focused on the physical realm with you either. That perhaps is a component of the attraction, but it's like they want a romance with you. They literally want what this card says. They want to lavish you with personal attention and affection. They want to romance you. They want to date you. They want to court you, is what I'm hearing. Here's the Hierophant, and they're serious about it. Like, they're serious about it. I feel like this person has even fantasized about like evolution in this connection. They may have fantasized about commitment cycles. Again, a reference to school or institutions that you may know each other from. Here we have the Seven of Pentacles. And it feels like they're biding their time. It's like they're making investments. When it comes to this friendship, when it comes to the connection that you already have, they're trying to make investments now. And I just keep hearing that song from Hocus Pocus where she says, I put a spell on you and now you're mine. So they're referencing you putting a spell on them because it feels like you're magic. Here's the Two of Cups, because this person wants to be given a chance. They want a relationship. This is what they really want to ask for or to express to you, but they're afraid to get it out. They're afraid that you will, like, I think the worst thing for this person is the fear that you're going to, the face you're going to make when they express themselves to you, because the face could either give them a lot of hope, or the face that you make will just destroy them. I don't know if you've ever watched The Simpsons. I'm sure you have. That episode where Lisa breaks Martin's heart, or maybe it wasn't Martin, maybe it was the other guy, but she breaks the heart of this little boy, and you can see the moment where his heart breaks in two. That's what they're showing me. Here's the Ten of Pentacles. And now we have the Ten of Swords here being supported by the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Swords is like helplessness, depletion, overthinking, exhaustion. It's like all of these fears, all of the weight of the world of the unknown, all of the weight of their inspiration connected to you. It's a heavy load for them to carry. They don't feel safe approaching now. They don't feel confident yet. That's why they're waiting. That's why they're biding their time. Now, because I read for the collective, I do have multiple images and messages that come through, so please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not. For others, this 9, Hierophant, 7, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, there could be commitment cycles that could be associated with this connection in some way. That is not the main message. That's why it's a support at this time, but please take that as it resonates. If that is resonating with you, you give this person pause, or it's like you give them an inspiration to consider what they have built and to want to pivot that. If they built a friendship with you, for instance, they want to pivot it into a relationship. And like, I think that the desire, the wishes in their heart, to be honest with you, it feels like this is an innocent type of connection, but I feel like they wish that they could marry you. And that sounds so kind of, it's like we're jumping the gun, of course. But like, that's what they fantasize about. It's like, I would be so happy if we were in a commitment. I would be so, they don't know that it's possible in this moment. They don't even necessarily think that it's possible. It's like wishful thinking. But that is ultimately what they feel like they would love to see. They would love to curate with you. Here's the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And it's like they're saying, I'm willing to prove myself to you. If you just give me a chance, I'm willing to prove myself to you. And it's like, if I give you long enough to get to know me, maybe then you will feel that attraction in return. You'll feel that as well. Here's the Queen and the King, and they're very kind of dedicated to you. It feels like they only have eyes for you. Like, if this is a crush situation, they only have eyes for you. And they're also saying that like when we're together, everybody else disappears. We have here, I have great worry over nothing when it comes to expression, because maybe this is mutual. Maybe you also feel the same way, but it doesn't squash their worry in the moment. What would they say if they could be 100% honest, please? For pile number 3. They think that this is a situation that requires careful handling. That's why they've been sort of what Spirit would call pussyfooting around the reality or the truth of the situation. We do have here celebration, fun, and enjoyment, the tankard. We also have here pineapple. I think of friendship. It says reconciliation. I also, you know, there's a very sexual energy surrounding the pineapple and swapping partners too. We have here a change for the better, and that's what they want. They want to transform this from a friendship into a relationship. But they have to get through their fear of rejection first. Back of the deck says, I'm being shrewd, especially when it comes to business, being shrewd and resourceful. So it's like they're taking the logical approach, they feel. But if they keep taking like the logical approach, which could be fueling a delay, then ultimately they could end up feeling sorry that they did, sorry that they delayed so much. Let's get a couple of message cards here to see what sort of thoughts they have been having, what sort of messages they would express if they could be 100% honest, please, with pile number 3. Oh, we have be more selfish and the light. We're coming in reversed with these. There is a reference to the Knight of Wands and wanting to be impulsive, but they feel like that would be a selfish action at this moment, maybe because of obstacles. Again, commitment cycles. I worry about us a lot because I don't want to lose you. So it says I need more time. They're also showing here, think before you act. And they're spending a lot of time in contemplation with that 7 of Pentacles because they don't want to lose the friendship. It says, do I know you from somewhere? And it was like the first time they met you, they already had this feeling of connection. They already felt really inspired by you. Like they've known you forever. Then we have maybe, connected to perhaps the physical realm here on the back of the deck. It says here, I am absolutely in love with you. And this was the 6 of Cups. Back of the deck says, I left because you told me to. Feels like the 8 of Cups. And it's like they're saying, I would walk away if you told me to. It's like, I won't pressure you here, but this is the truth. This is what they would say if they could be 100% honest, is I am absolutely in love with you, perhaps in the context of friendship in the moment, but they don't wish to leave it there. Listen to your heart. It's like I've been giving you signs and symbols through my actions. When it's like they give you so much of their attention. You have all of their affection. It's like if we pay attention to the signs, they're already there. I just want space. They want clarity. They want closure from the situation. They want peace out of the situation. It says here, I'm a very jealous person when it comes to you. I don't like the idea of you with other people. Back of the deck says words hurt. So you have the capacity to really hurt this person with your truth if they do come forward in this moment. And that could be what's impeding them from making that progress now. Let's get a couple more message cards here. What would they say if they could be 100% honest, please? I've got so many responsibilities right now, and I'm so jealous. When it comes to other people giving you attention or affection, they get very, very jealous. Second time they've nodded to jealousy. It feels impossible, but I can't give up completely. 10 of Swords in the future position. We're also going to take a look in a moment to see if they're going to actually express this in the 3D, some of these honest messages. Don't be surprised if I contact you soon. It's like, don't be surprised if I express myself in some way. I'm very curious about you and about how you feel in this situation. Oops. It says here that the chaos that this creates is too scary. Let's get 2 more. You are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And it may sound like they're laying it on thick, but I think they truly believe that. I want to take a risk with you. Back of the deck says, do you ever think about us? Do you ever think about, and they're highlighting that specifically. It's like, do you ever think about this connection in the context of it being us? Not just you and me, but in us. Oh, we're going to actually check before I do your charm bowl. I almost forgot. Is this person going to be able to come forward with this message in the 3D? For pile number 3, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This person's a worrier. That impedes growth. We have the 5 of Swords. Their ego's trying to dissuade them from doing it. The ego's trying to tell them that no one will win, or it's going to create conflict, it's going to create obstacles. Although we have the Page of Pentacles back of deck, we do have the Knight of Wands. If I was honest with you, I would say yes, they are going to come forward here. They are highlighting Cancer energy quite a bit as well, and they say that this could take some time for them to build up the courage, but they do kind of take a moment where they're kind of impulsive and they blurt something out. The Spirit says this could take a minimum of about 3 months to perhaps a total of about a year's time before this person actually has the confidence to actually break through their ego in the moment. And it's almost like they're bracing themselves for an impact from the Queen. So even when they come forward, they wonder if they're going to regret it. It's like they throw the ball in your court and they're bracing themselves from impact, wondering if you're going to either catch them or release them. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3. In the bowl today, pile number 3. What would they say in 100% honesty? We have the 9 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and the Justice. They would speak about how difficult this is. They're also talking about, again, wishful thinking, desire, crush-like energy, almost getting restless when it comes to trying to defend a position that isn't honest. It's like I'm trying to defend my position of friendship when that's not the truth of how I truly feel. They are worried about the consequences that lie in the balance. Libra energy, very strong. Aquarius and Aries, also very strong here. We do have the watermelon. I do think about that Harry Styles song. We also have Love on a Foundation coming in reversed. So this is like the Hierophant. Somebody, they're talking about Taurus energy, but also somebody taking an original approach or having to take an original approach to what they have been acting like or behaving in this moment. We have the Hammer, Persistence, Sabotage. We have the letter N. We do have the High Priestess connected to the Divine Masculine and somebody who's sitting upon these truths. But here we have the Rib Cage, a symbol of expression. I also think of the 8 of Swords and feeling stuck and limited in this moment. But we have the Lemon, making lemonade out of lemons. So trying to make the best out of a negative situation or the best out of the connection that they have with you at this time, especially if it's just friendship. All right, pile number 3. That's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading, and I do update that shop every day. I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.